Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this week's WARNO devlog, and it's all about the 4th weapon slot. As many of you will have already noticed if you watched my video last week or the video on the actual divisions themselves with the Nemesis Air Assault, you will know that there is a 4th weapon slot for one of the units, but you gen say that that is not where it ends. There is more to come, and that's what this devlog is about. Their first subheading is a mystical beast. I wonder if they were going for mythical beast there. The 4th weapon slot has long been sought after, but after tweaking the UI and some engine changes, it was finally within reach. It might not look so on the surface, but adding an additional weapon required development and extensive testing. Mind you, the addition of the 4th weapon slot will be implemented wherever useful. Not all units will get this. In order to check if everything was working and that we didn't blow up WARNO in the process, it was decided that the guinea pigs for the 4th weapon slot were actually going to be a new nation in active development, the Polish. And this gives us a cheeky opportunity to show off some of the new units for the upcoming Northag expansion. So my takeaway so far is that this devblog Eugen is actually about Northag and not actually about the 4th weapon slot. Bit of misdirection there. They say, please keep in mind that everything is still work in progress that follows. So the 4th weapon slot in action is the next subheading. So why the 4th weapon slot? It holds several advantages. It allows us to distinguish between different infantry units better. For example, the Polish motorized infantry, the Scott-born, was organized as a 9-man squad, although a 10th hot seat in the APC was reserved for hitchhikers, which could include the platoon's lone DMR marksman. The regular Polish squad will be organised in WARNO as per regulation with 9 soldiers, which includes 1 PKM, the Poles didn't use a magazine-fed saw, and 1 RPG-7. However, we will create another unit, which you can see in the background now, representing the 1 out of 3 squads in each platoon that house the DMR, thus adding 1 soldier equipped with the SVD. Since Polish platoons held an extra PKM at platoon level for discretionary use, it will also be given to the latter squad, in effect forming the firebase element of the platoon. I'm sure that makes more sense to some military buffs out there. Anyhow, the next point is some armies still used SMGs or short carbine versions of assault rifles for officers and second line troops. The new 4th weapon slot lets us use this feature on top of the holy trinity of currently featured assault rifles, LMGs and an AT weapon. But it also lets us correct some historical small arms and weapon distribution we couldn't model accurately until now. For instance, the American mech rifles fielded 3 times the saw in-game, though in real life it was 2 saws and 1 LMG and or other weapons. So they add, we can now model disposable anti-tank rocket launchers with those engineer units, deprived of them due to having maxed out their assault rifle, SMG/LMG and explosive loadouts. AKA the ones with satchels might now get a proper anti-tank weapon. The next point is a little bit convoluted, so I'm going to reword it myself. What they're basically saying is it also means that we can add DMRs or other weapons to an infantry squad that was fielding assault rifles, saws and an AT weapon already. Featuring the 4th weapon slot is the next subheading. So as you can see, the upcoming Warsaw Pact's new communist-led Polish People's Army will also benefit from the 4th weapon slot. It will be retroactively added to all other armies in WARNO wherever necessary or we see fit. This will come as part of a future patch. We will also use this opportunity to add new weapons and mechanics to some specialized infantry units, including command units and assault squads like smoke grenades. And yes, the 4th weapon slot will also find its way onto select vehicles. In certain cases, we had to delete a machine gun on a main battle tank as it exceeded the number of weapon slots available. This, for example, was most often the case when we had to feature an ATGM, chiefly on the gun tube missile-firing Soviet tanks, like the T-80BV in the background. Our intention is also to expand the 4th weapon slot to aircraft, but this is still under consideration. It would require more thorough model and engine changes, and we cannot be sure this will be feasible. We will update you of course, but keep in mind, in the first batch, planes will definitely not be updated with the new weapon slot mechanic. They have a little thing about reminding you that the Nemesis Air Assault DLC is out with the 2 new divisions. You can check out those on the main channel or in last week's dev blog and the dev blog before. However, otherwise that is everything for this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon.